Buffalo Trace store pick versus Blanton single barrel. Which one is better? That's what we're going to find out today in this episode of Whiskey Eats. So welcome to another episode of Whiskey Eats. And so today we are going to do a battle between Mash Bill 1 versus Mash Bill 2. Now Mash Bill 1, there you have Buffalo Trace Bourbon. You also have Eagles Rare, George T. Stagg, and George Stagg Jr., among other juices that are made under the same Mash Bill 1. Now Mash Bill 2 is Blanton's. You have Hancock. I believe they have some other things too as well. And then of course they got the wheated mash bills, which are the William LaRue Wellers. And then of course the other wheated one, which are the Pappies. But we're gonna do 1 versus 2. Both of these are single barrels. Now this is a Buffalo Trace. It says straight bourbon here, but because it has a sticker on the side, that means the liquor store actually did a store pick. So anytime you got a store pick, it is automatically gonna be a single barrel. So this one is a single barrel. This one is a single barrel. This one normally runs you about 30 bucks. This one runs between 65, some places I've seen it as crazy as $200. So which one is better? We're gonna find out today. So I already got these labeled up. I put BT on here for Buffalo Trace. And this one I put Blanton's BL. And we're gonna see which one we like better. And then we're gonna get some tasty notes, some smelly notes and all of that. So we're gonna try to pour it exactly the same amount. If you see any of these for MSRP, I say grab them regardless of which one you like, because they are both very good bourbons. I've had them already, but I wanted to see, is there a huge difference in the mash bills? But they're both delicious. Let's see, that drinks. A little bit more of this one, so I can't tell which one once I mix it up. Okay, right we go. All right, so now we're gonna do mix it up, and that way we're not gonna know which one is which. So here we go. And so now we're gonna go with glass 1. We're gonna get a smelling note on it. So traditional bourbon nose I smell so far. I smell that caramel, the vanilla. It's a little bit muted. Vanilla, caramel, maybe a little butterscotch, some almond, or some type of nut. Let's go ahead and get a tasting on this one. Man, first thing that comes through is like a nice sugar cane. Sugar cane, you got that caramel comes through, that vanilla is really, really strong. This is really good. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, this is really a phenomenal whiskey right here. I got a feeling what I think it is, but I'm gonna keep my thoughts to the end. And then I'm gonna reveal once I try this one. I'm gonna tell you exactly what I think it is. But this one right here, I taste the vanilla. Instantly I taste the sugar cane. It does have a decent finish. It's not really mouth coating, but it's a very, very delicious sip. Vanilla, caramel, butterscotch. You're gonna get that sugar cane. And that's pretty much it, what you get from this one. So it's a simple whiskey, but it's very delicious. And so let's go ahead and go to this one here, which I firmly believe this is this one. But we're gonna give it a shot and see. Yeah, it's really good too. The difference between these two is savory versus sweet. This one here, I can almost tell this is Blanton's. I could be wrong, and I'll be just shocked if I'm wrong. But what I like about this one, it reminds you get that like a rye bread come through. And then, but it's almost like a rye bread where they have cinnamon on it. Maybe say you ran out of regular bread, you make some Cinnamon Toast Crunch and use some rye bread. Put a little cinnamon and butter on that bread. That's what this tastes like initially. It doesn't have a lot of sweetness, but it's very savory. You got a little bit of butterscotch in there. I taste got like an orange slice, maybe a little bit of, the orange slice. So you get the orange, and then you get a little bit of that rind that's left over, so it's got a little bit of bitterness to it. So honestly, this is very good, but this one to me today at least is leaning toward what I like more. This is good. Well, this is really good. Let me try it one more time. This is delicious though. But yeah. Yep. Be honest with you. Matter of fact, let me just find out. Oh, this is Blanton's. Okay, that makes sense. Wow, I'm surprised. So I was wrong. This is Buffalo Trace. This one, yeah, Blanton's win. Man, I was really hoping that the Buffalo Trace would beat them out. I was pushing for it, but this one right here drinks very sweet. You get all of those traditional bourbon notes. This one, believe it or not, almost drinks like a rye, and it has a lower rye mash bill than the Buffalo Trace one. So I'm actually surprised. Still very delicious. Both of them have similar finishes and similar mouth coating. They're not really viscous, so to say, but the finish is subtle. It's there, it's present. It is similar, right? If you get either one of these, you're doing a great job. Both of these are delicious, but the winner, I have to say, is still the Blantons. The Blanton wins. It is a very good sip, and a lot of times it really depends on what Blanton's bottle you get. Now, from what I'm hearing, just to give you a little tidbit on the Blantons, it's good to pay attention to the rickhouse number more so than the barrel number. So the rickhouse number is where it lies in the warehouse. So if you like a sweeter note, you will probably want it to be toward the middle. If you want a little bit more viscous, more, mouth coating, a little bit more complexity, you want the rickhouse numbers to be a little higher, meaning it's going to be higher in the warehouse, so it's going to get more heat. This one is like right in the middle. I think it's like 139, it says here, and I think they go up to, I forget exactly, because I got another one that's 400 or something. So this bottle here is, I like to call it a honey barrel. This one is a good barrel. Now the other one's probably delicious too as well, but this one is really good barrel. Now this is very good too as well. It rivals it, but it's just not as good, but it's way cheaper. MSRP for these are $30. You can't beat that. And you'll never see them really marked up too much. So even although it's a store pick, usually they'll stick closely to that price. And it's a single barrel. Each one is different. They're always delicious. So I highly recommend you getting either one of these for close to MSRP. The most I would pay for a Blanton's is $99. That's the most I would pay. The most I would pay for this one is maybe $45 to $50. Both delicious. And yeah, we'll leave it at that. So thank y'all for joining Whiskey Eats. And like we always say, please always drink moderately and responsibly. We're going to make a special cocktail.